I'm going to take you on a journey to uncover the hidden gems of the SMMA world. These are niches that are often completely overlooked but have the potential to make you rich. Most people get caught up in shiny objects, trends, things making headlines, but really those niches are often oversaturated, very competitive, and difficult to get into. But what if I told you there's niches out there just waiting for someone like you to get into the market and start making money? So that's what this video is about, and I'm gonna break down 3 niches that are profitable, easy to get into if you don't have any experience or any money. So somebody asked me in the comments of one of our videos the other day, what about NFTs, Web3? I want to get into AI technology. What about those niches? And we actually picked up the conversation in a DM, and I said, that sounds awesome. Like, what is your experience in that area? Anything at all? Well, I'm a freshman in college, so I really don't have any technical experience, blah, blah, blah. Okay, great. Look, these industries are moving fast, making and breaking every single day. If you don't have a background in this area, you don't have any money to educate yourself on how to actually do these things, how do you expect to be successful? 99% of these trending startups fail because it's so competitive, it's so cutting edge. So as a beginner, you're gonna get eaten up and spit out in this type of marketplace. Why wouldn't you go after the untapped, unsexy, I hate that word, but it very accurately describes this type of niche that anyone as a beginner with no money or experience could go and make traction with. These businesses are stable, less competitive, and you really don't need a lot of capital to get involved. So let's go over these 3 untapped niches that no one's really going after right now that you can be profitable with. Number 1, assisted living care. I know, old people, right? But there's a lot of money to be made in this industry. Let me throw some figures at you. $80 billion in the US alone. That's what this market looks like. And to put this into perspective, the average assisted living customer spends about $50,000 per year. This means you are going to be able to deliver a very high return on investment for your clients. Say you're a beginner and you charge $2,000 a month to run ads for them, and they get 1 customer. Boom, you just doubled the investment with your agency. Just 1. You land 1 customer a month, you doubled your retainer. Statistics show that 45% of assisted living centers are independently owned. So what does this mean for you? As a beginner, it's much easier to break through the noise, get to the decision maker, and close a deal versus going after these big chain establishments. There are over 30,000 of these facilities hosting over 1 million beds throughout the United States. And the best part about it, they just need leads. So what does that mean? Very easy and simple service delivery for your clients. That means you can scale, that means you can be more profitable, and it's very easy for a beginner to learn the fundamentals and get started fast. What are the fundamentals that make a great niche? Number 1, they need to have a high ticket offer. $50,000, check. There needs to be at least 15,000 of these businesses nationwide. There's 30,000, check. And they just need leads, check. Low hanging, boring, simple, profitable, exactly the type of niches that you need to be going after as a beginner. Before I go into the next one, let's contrast this a bit. Most people want to get into e-com, all these trending niches. Well, it takes a lot of branding. It takes a lot of work to get somebody to pull out their credit card and buy something online. With businesses like I'm describing that are unsexy, boring, profitable, just need leads, you simply need to set up a lead generation ad for somebody to just raise their hand and say, yeah, I'd be interested in hearing more. That's a much simpler funnel and process than trying to get somebody to buy something online. So just wanted to frame that so you understand why these businesses are so good for beginners like yourself. Number 2, law firms. I literally sold marketing services to this niche for years, and there is a lot to be made in this space. Yes, there are some large agencies in this space, but they're there for a good reason. There's a ton of law firms to go after, and as a small business owner, you can really be competitive with these large firms because I've worked at them. These businesses have a lot of contracts and they do not have a personal touch with their clients, and this is where you can shine, and you're going to be much more attractive to these smaller law firms than a major global marketing presence that they're used to. Now, one thing to note, not all law firms are equal. Let me explain. A personal injury or a PI attorney is going to be loaded compared to a public defender that works for the government. Personal injury attorneys, they work on slip and fall, car accidents, medical malpractice. These are major ticket cases, sometimes millions of dollars that they take on because they're super profitable for these agencies. Now, since these cases can be worth millions of dollars to them, not only do they have money to spend, but it's worth it, and the ROI is actually profitable for them to do things like billboards, which is actually such a waste of money. Billboards, on average, they cost about $10,000 to $20,000 per month in populated areas, and you're just spraying and praying your message to anybody that drives by. It's pretty clear what's going to be more profitable. Now, if you see a firm that's Johnson, Johnson & Johnson & Johnson, and there's 50 attorneys at this law firm, probably don't call them as your first step. But there are many independent, small, ones and twos type organizations that you can be going after and make a lot of money as a beginner. So again, let's see if this niche stacks up to our standards. Number one, is it high ticket? Yup. Number two, is there more than 1,500 of these nationwide? There's about 500,000, so yup. And do they just need leads? Well, somebody just slipped and fell at the grocery store. They go on Google, they do a quick search, and they make a phone call to the organization or to the law firm. Yep, they just need leads. Number three, roofing companies. Again, nothing crazy here, but not only is this a high ticket niche, but it's essential for day-to-day living. You need a roof over your head, and the median cost of a roof replacement is about $8,000, and many jobs are much more expensive than that. And the best part is, if there's storm damage to customers, many times the insurance companies will pay the premium of the roofing company completely free of charge. So marketing this type of business is very, very effective. Typically, this is what roofing companies do. They'll chase storms, they'll realize there was a bunch of damage in zip code 55123. They'll go after that zip code, they'll send 3 or 4 people knocking on every door in the neighborhood to see if they want a free roofing inspection. Door slammed in their face, door slammed in their face, door slammed in their face. This is what they're dealing with all day long. So the pitch really to these roofing companies is, what if I could put an ad in front of every business owner of the entire zip code that's been damaged by hail and simply offer them a free roof inspection to see if they qualify for a free roof. That's a great ad that just needs leads, that can be very, very powerful. And again, the ROI, very, very high for these types of services. So again, is it a good niche? Well, number one, is it high ticket? Yes, it is. Number two, do they need lead gen? Yep, they're spending a ton of time and effort knocking on doors, simply just trying to get leads of people that are interested. So yes. And number three, is it scalable? There's over 100,000 in the US alone, many across the world that you can go after. So try these niches. They have the potential to make any beginner rich. And I'm gonna put some videos up on the screen that I think will be really helpful if you're just starting out and trying to discover your niche. I've got another video here that's gonna give you even more ideas. So go ahead, click on this video, and if you have any questions, comment down below. I'm happy to help you. Go ahead, click on the video.